Come on in. Today we are going to be making the beautiful Suzette stitch. It's a really simple one to do. It's simply, once you get going, it is the one row repeat, but it works out beautifully and it is a reversible stitch, so it looks exactly the same on the back as it does on the front. It is really, really lovely, very easy to do, doesn't take much concentration and works out really nicely. So today I'm going to use this blue Aran wool that I have, a 5mm hook, darning needle and a pair of scissors. We'll move them out of the way. So I will only be making a small swatch so that I can show you how to make the stitch, but obviously you can make it as big as you want or as small as you want. It just depends on how many chain stitch you make. So measure your project that you want to make, measure up what size you want, and then make your chain stitch accordingly. Now you want to make your chain stitch to be in multiples of 2 for this, and then your project will work out from there. So it is just a case of measuring. So we start off with a slip stitch. So simply putting your wool into a loop, crossing at the front, take your hook, put it through that loop, wool over, pulling it through that loop and pulling it tight. From there, we'll make our chain stitch. So that is, put your wool around your hook and pulling it through that loop, round your hook and pulling it through the loop, round your hook and pull it through the loop. And that is your chain stitch on your hook there. Now I'm going to make 16 chain stitch. So I've done 3 already. That's 1, 2, 3. You don't include the one on your hook. So I need to make another 13. But for yourselves, make your chain as long as you need it, and then meet me back here to show you the next row. So I now have 16 chain stitch for my little swatch, and obviously you will have as many as you need for the length that you require of your project. So our first stitch of the next row goes in the second chain from the hook. So we don't include the one on the hook, that's number 1, and this is the second one. So it goes right in there. And we're going to start with a UK double crochet, US single crochet, where we put the hook through that chain stitch, put the wool around our hook, pulling it back through to give us 2 loops on our hook. Wool round the hook and pull it through both. Now into the same chain stitch, we're going to make a UK treble crochet, US double crochet, and that we put the wool around the hook, put it into that same chain, put the wool around the hook and pull it back through, giving you 3 loops on your hook. Wool around your hook, pull it through 2, wool around your hook and pull it through 2. And that is basically what we're doing the whole way along. So what we're doing is we will miss out the next chain. So we skip that one and go into the one afterwards and do exactly the same as we did into this. So a UK double, US single, wool round, pull it back through, those 2 loops, wool round and pull through 2. Wool round through the same, wool round and through that same loop, wool round and pull it back through, 3 loops. Wool round, pull through 2, whoops, wool round and pull through 2. Miss the next one right there and go into the following and do exactly the same. That UK double, US single, and then a UK treble, US double. And that forms our pattern the whole way through. So for this last one, you miss that next chain, and in the last chain you do a UK double, US single, but you don't do the UK treble, US double. So you're just doing that one stitch in here, which is the UK double US single. Then you're doing a single chain and turning your work. And again, we're repeating exactly the same the whole way along for the next row. We're going in here to this stitch right here at the bottom where your chain was, and that is where our single crochet was. So we go underneath both of those, which makes the V stitch, and we're doing our UK double, US single, and then our UK treble in the same one, or UK double, oh sorry, US double. So those two stitches, then we are missing a stitch and going into the next one. And right in there, and we're doing the same two stitches again, UK double, US single, then a UK treble, and US double. And we simply do that the whole way along. Miss out the next one, into the next one, with the same two stitches again. And if you repeat that the whole way along your work, I'll meet you at the end. Now I've done my last grouping of the two stitches, and then I come to my last stitch. Obviously we've got that one and then two. Now this one is often just down around the corner, but make sure that you are going into the right one. So you're skipping that stitch and going into this one. And that one, you're doing your UK double, US single. Just the one stitch that time, not the two. Then a single chain and turn in your work, and you can start to see it coming, and we will repeat the same all over again. So down here at the base, do your two stitches into there, your UK double, US single, and then your UK treble, US double, miss a stitch into the next, do exactly the same two stitches, miss a stitch into the next. Now your work will measure the same the whole way along, miss a stitch into the next, and you should have the same number of stitches the whole way up. Now that will depend on how many you started with. Miss one, next one, and it will be a case of you won't get more and you won't get less. If you do, then you need to go back and find out what you've done wrong. So your stitch count will always be the same the whole way up. And this row, is what you just repeat the whole way up. It's beautifully easy and it is very effective. Now we come to our last stitch, we're missing one, and into that one. And we're just doing that single stitch in there, that one single crochet US, double crochet UK, and then that one chain. Simple as that. It looks beautiful, and you repeat that all the way to the end of your project. And it comes out lovely, really effective, looks beautiful, so simple, looks more complicated than what it is. You're simply repeating that one row the whole way up until you get the required length. Thank you so much for joining me. Please like and subscribe if you're enjoying this, and I'll see you in the next one.